Hello, Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. You've got a great month in September 2024 for getting your money ducks in a row. And you also just might get the opportunity for some amazing travel or learning opportunities that will delight you and bring you a great deal of joy. Let's break this month down bit by bit by talking about where the planets will be going. And you also need to pay attention to that eclipse. I almost forgot. That eclipse is happening as well in your eighth house of chunky money. And even as I say that, I hear a horn beeping. It must be exciting. So we have an eclipse in the month of September as well that's going to activate a series of eclipses over the next 2 years in a financial place for you as well. So welcome if you're new to my channel to the month ahead astrology. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac whole sign houses. I love fixed stars and minor asteroids. And we'll be bringing Cupido and Eros into our story in the middle of September because they're doing a really great love up for you in an area that can give you a nice little touch of financial gain. What I'm also wanting to mention in terms of what I'm doing is I have a class I'm teaching called Sky Reader. Be your own astrologer, time your best life, fifth time teaching it. We're starting at the last weekend of September. Come aboard, learn a little astrology, mostly about the predictive tools that I can teach you without you being a super expert astrologer. And I give you the basics of how to look at your natal chart and understand astrology. It kind of is advanced beginner to early intermediate level. So come join me. Description box below gives you the wait list and the information about the course. We don't open the enrollment cart till September sometime, but you might want to get ahead of the curve. Also, did you check out the fact that I have a summer sale for less than half price? You can get all of my videos for 2024 for your sign or buy the bundle and listen for sun, moon, and rising. That content is still valid because we still have 5 months left in the year, and therefore you can still use it to help guide your life in 2024. Now, let's break the sky down for you in the next half hour that we have together. I do talk fast. You can slow me back down on the playback speed, or you can take notes and re-listen to it. I am a fast talker. I'm not about to change it. So September is a month in which we have a major planetary change, and that is Mars. Mars will move into the sign of Cancer. The last time he was here was March the 28th of 2023 to May the 21st last year. That time frame, end of March to the third week of May, you had a transit of the warrior god himself, the god of decisions and passion and changes in life, through your part of your sky that is the 12th house. And if you went through that time last year, did you do anything along the following lines? Quit an addiction, pull back from some kind of self-sabotaging, self-undoing habits or patterns. Often when Mars is here, we clean up our act. Or did you have friends or people you knew in hospitals and you had to go visit them? Were you incarcerated? Or did you spend a lot of time alone doing things that you were passionate about? This Cancer placement for Mars is not his strongest place. He's in a sign of his fall, but he's still trying to do something useful there. And in your 12th house, he is back in September. He arrives on the doorstep of your 12th whole sign house. That is on September the 4th and does not leave until November the 3rd. It's a much longer story because in essence, he returns to that part of your sky for a further stay. That's because of retrogradation. And his further stay will be between January 6th and April the 18th. You better get used to him now because he's here for a long time in your 12th house. And with the retrograde feature, quite often you'll start something and go back and not finish it and go back and finish it again. So passionate projects that you're doing in isolation, determined and forceful attempts to let go of addictions, powerful and forceful and strong attempts to engage in travel. You know, Mars is a travel god quite often, more on the spirit of adventure. He is in the house of far off foreign shores from the place of your birth. Because of that, maybe this also indicates over the next 6 months, right? Because it lasts until April 18th. Quite often you might find yourself traveling quite extensively. Now, that aside, the Mars story aside, let's talk about Venus. This is the goddess of good things. She's fairy godmother, and she happens to be landing her ass in her home kingdom of Libra, where she brings good upon good. And that's August the 29th through to September 22nd. This is a third house of travel. This is your whole sign Libra, third house of educational skills-based learning. This is also a house of social media, online stuff, writing projects, your daily environment, your neighbors and neighborhood, etc. The fishbowl in which you swim, a la Adam Ellen Bus. With Venus here, pleasure in your neighbors, neighborhood relationships, social activities in your local environment are very highlighted. If you are someone who makes money online through social media platforms, this is going to give you a great deal of lift financially, but also a great deal of celebrity. You might have a level up of attention to the things you're doing in the social media world. When Venus is traveling here, a sibling relationship with a younger sibling can smooth out or profoundly reconnect or deepen in a positive way, and positive things may be occurring for that younger sibling. And when Venus is here, she also can bring you a great deal of intrinsic joy or satisfaction in enrolling in some kind of course of study that will bring you a natural gift or talent or skill to life. Like you want to use it, right? It's not theoretical study. And you might find yourself really loving what you're learning. Education is here as well. Now, in harmony with your neighbors as well, or a beautiful new neighbor moves next door, who knows? Social media dating apps like, Tinder and whatever else is out there, plenty of fish. Well, I don't even know what's in there anymore. I'm an old timer, but Venus here can fortify dating. If you want to do some online dating and you're single, Venus in the third house of social media and dating energy, yeah, go for it. Again, social media and dating apps, maybe not too bad for some of you. And if you're single and a Leo, try your hand in the dating apps. Why the heck not? And you got the opportunity for that to work out on August the 29th to September 22nd with a super glow up the 14th and 15th of September, okay? When Venus becomes extremely happy with a contact to Jupiter. And so that's also a great dating time for you as well. New love can blossom for you. Now, after she leaves the sign of Libra, she will move into the sign of Scorpio in her detriment or fall, where she's not a happy camper, or exile, I should say, from her home kingdom of Taurus. So she's at the bottom of the sky in your fourth house on September 23rd. She'll stay there till October 17th. This is indicating a time where Venusian activities in the home become prominent. You could decorate your home. You could have more harmony and peace enjoying the home. You may more have sex and love in the home. You might have some prosperity from things you're doing in and from your home. And because Saturn's in your 8th house, buying and selling and homes and stuff like that are also good. Or legacy wealth through inheritance. Yes, Venus here could bring you money from someone in your family of origin through inheritances, or just maybe trusts or gifting you money. But she is in her fall, in her detriment, in her exile, I mean. So she's not as strong as she could be. Everything comes out of a little bit of a different energy field, maybe a bit of hardship, a little struggle she goes through to get good things to happen. Yeah, September 23rd through to October 17th, she's continually flowing back to Mars in your 12th house. And that could look like moving your home to a foreign country, traveling far and wide with some members of your family to foreign lands and shores. And it can also, again, activate mortgages, refinances, buying and selling, and property matters for you, including rental properties, opening up as golden opportunities, September 23rd to October the 17th. With Venus, it'd be move in with a friend, a roommate if you're male, moving in with a female, again, September 23rd to October 17th. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is also on the move. He's going to leave Leo, where he spent 2 months, and he'll leave Leo, which happens to be the sign of you. He'll leave your sun, your purpose and career, your moon, your home, body, and safety, your rising sign, everything about you, moves out of that zone of your sun, moon, or rising after being there for 2 months. I mean, I guess you guys were very communicative. And we'll move into the sign of Virgo on September the 9th and be there until September the 26th. Those 3 weeks, September 9th to the 26th, you have a god of selling and buying, marketing and merchandising in a money house. Sometimes I notice this looks like selling things. You got to get rid of all the junk in your closet or in your garage, and you do a yard sale. You may be busy also negotiating, especially around job opportunities. And with Uranus at the top of your sky, you may have some sudden job opportunities that surprise you, and you may be in contractual agreements, negotiations, or just job application mode, and winning some unexpected success this month. For Leos looking for new employment, looking really good on you, or current employment taking off and giving you a big boost this month as Mercury moves through the second house of financial resources and earnings, flowing to that algol star Neptune in your 10th house with Uranus. Now, also, Mercury moving through your second house is really good for your speech, and he's in Virgo. So your ability to communicate is on the rise. You are more facile in your communication style. You are really good at communicating during that window of September 9th to the 26th. So you can use that for job applications, interviews, or successful communication with anybody with whom you need to communicate, especially if you have to have harmonious and peace-loving conversations with an elder sibling or friend, ally, or benefactor. That's also very facile with that as well. Jupiter is now in the house of the elder sibling. So conversations and commercial success with an elder sibling that increase your financial gain from your career are possible during this month ahead. We also can say that we have the energy here in the sky, which is wonderful, of having Mercury moving into Libra, where he has a minor exaltation. And he gets there September 26th and stays there till October 14th. Last week is September, first 2 weeks of October. You have a Mercury in your third house, and often he's a patron protector of travelers, and it incites travel. Short distance or long distance, both can work. You might be busy on the road, giving yourself the opportunity for travel between September 26th and the middle of October, or you may be very busy with learning, studying, taking classes, or teaching them, or very busy in your online social media world, blogs, social media environments, social media platforms, just doing a lot of communication there. It's ideal if you're a writer, Libra Library book, and you want to use it, September 26th to the 14th of the month of October, write. You're going to write very well. If that's a Leo writing project you need to get done, go for it. It's also very successful at this time. And communication, socialization, and negotiations with neighbors is very effective at this time, the 26th to the 14th of October. Now, let's take that out and let's move into the next story. We're going to break the sky down day by day by day. So get a pen, get a paper, and we're going to include the eclipse that's going to happen in your 8th house of chunky money on the 18th, 17th, 18th of September. So we're going to get started now. First off, September 1st to the 4th. We still have Mars traveling through Gemini. Remember, he receives your 12th house. He enters your 12th house September 4th. So the first 3 days of September, we're going to see that Mars squares Neptune, and you might be coming into a sense of clarity and clear knowledge or understanding about something to do with money you share with your spouse, money that connects to taxes and tax situations, investments, retirement savings. And Mars is getting you squared away with that from your 12th house of your own self-undoing and self-defeating strategies. And if one of your self-defeating strategies is you don't ever look at your books or take a look at your investments or figure out your long game of other people's money and yours, like how do you entwine your money with your business partner, your spouse, then the mortgage, the bank loans, the shareholder status, you're going to really clear the confusion there in a very significant way, September 1st to the 3rd. Then we see on September 3rd, Venus will move into the south node in your 3rd house. This is a bit of a disappointment around a travel path or travel plan, some kind of surrender or loss regarding a situation with a sibling, particularly one younger than you, may not be about you. They may have a difficult circumstance in their life sometime around September the 3rd, 3 days before and after. Also, Venus is in this part of the sky, a benefic and has a lot of strength. So it's not the worst case scenario, but again, a falling out with a neighbor, a difficult social engagement that really goes south for you in the local environment or even in the online world. Get ready to let something go with that. But Venus is saying, let it go. It's okay. I've got this. I'm in charge here. It's fine. Let it go. It's going to work out. Let it go of the writing project. Let it go of the social media obligation you had, thought was so important. Let go of that situation with a sibling or a neighbor. Let it go. Moving forward, we see on the 4th of the month, the new moon in Virgo, and I'll have a whole video on that. It's not a bad new moon, but it is a new beginning in your finances. The way you earn money, conserve money, save money, and spend money, all of it is changing. It's second house resources, new beginnings, new moon. And this is a new moon that unfolds not just in the 2 weeks after September 4th, but over the next 6 months. And because we have Uranus in your 10th house with Algol, it can be surprising and lucrative new ways in which you engage in new beginnings in financial structures in your life. You've got Pluto in the workhouse, which can make you wealthier, the last gasp. But it's this new moon, trine the whole sign, trine Pluto and Uranus. I'd say this is your moon to really up-level the way you make money in this world and to increase your financial success, usually through career and job and earnings matters. Now, September the 6th to the 7th. Mercury still in the sign of Leo, where he's been for 2 months. Your sign is squaring Uranus. Some surprising news and information coming through from your career house, but you are the mercurial being. You might be the one telling your employer, your boss, I'm done. You might be sharing something about your social status with the world. I divorced him. I'm unmarrying him or her. You know, there's like, you may be making an announcement that's in the public reputation, social standing sphere of shock and surprise for the people around you. It's likely not you're being surprised, but you're delivering some surprise to other people. Sun, at the same time of this surprising Mercury Uranus level energy, the sun is moving through your Virgo sky, your earnings and resources second house, and opposite Saturn. I guess I'd say something like, what is this obstacle to your financial wellness that you feel you have to get push against? What, your tax account and your bank, your credit card, a company, Saturn in the 8th house, your spouse, and you want to get some kind of commercial success, Mercury in your second house, and you're pushing against some kind of constriction, Saturn, but the oppositional energy can just be forcing you to take a really good look at what you need to see, because if you can take a good look at it, September 6th to 7th, with Jupiter in your 11th house, you can massively increase your career gains by squaring away and opposing away with what's going on. We're kind of like T-squaring out here for you around September 6th to the 7th. Because ultimately, with Mercury moving to Virgo shortly after, his whole priority is to increase your financial success. So look to the 6th to the 7th and see what it is you need to do to improve your financial situation. Can involve earnings, it can involve inheritances, savings, tax structures, and also career gains. And so there's a little bit of a moment of hopefully wisdom coming through tension, September 6th to the 7th. On September the 11th to the 13th, we note that the sun moving through Virgo is squaring Pluto. This is difficult in your 11th house. You may have a need to shed some light on financial matters regarding career gains, elder sibling discussions, and friendship circles. The sun is shining brightly in the money house, and it could be about your budget or your resources and looking more clearly at how opportunity, Jupiter, from your career gains house, needs to be dealt with in a meticulous and detailed manner, because of course Virgo is the details, and by the time we get to the 11th to the 13th, Mercury is with that sun. Mercury at the same time of September 11th to the 13th is in a flow to Mars, which gives it an extra nice feeling. Mars is in that 12th house, and your own worst enemy on your finances is what might be looked at here. And as the sun is with Mercury, and they're both, flowing to Mars in a whole sign way, it's a time to really change a pattern around how you address savings, earnings, and spending in your life. It's not a short story because Mars keeps coming back to your 12th house, but the acute story that occurs co-present with a new moon in your earnings house, new beginnings. Now we're looking at the flow between Mercury and Mars on September 11th and 12th. Time to make changes, to cut away the things that are not working for you, and how you can have sabotaging strategies. Mars rules your financially sabotaging. Mars rules your house of childhood and childhood messages, and he's in a house of past lives. So possibly ancient patterns of sabotage around financial well-being are being cut, snipped, and severed, as many Leos let go of those patterns during the month of September. September 13th and 14th, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, trines and money, trines Jupiter, prosperity, wealth, and abundance, and good things, expanding, growing, etc., etc. The best thing of September is this particular trine. It is fortunate. It is very lucky. And what it is it is Jupiter in the house of great gains from your career, reputation wise, rewards, promotions, more money, and flowing to Venus in your third house. Now, it can be a glorious opportunity for a trip with a friend or a sibling, or siblings travel, younger and older. It can be a glorious lucky break in the middle of September regarding financial gain in your career connected to the online social media world, friends, allies, benefactors, and or siblings. It could be a golden trip, golden opportunity of super passionate learning where you're going to take up a course that's going to expand your financial gain in your career. And it could be an amazing favor from a friend or a benefactor or an older sibling who's Jupiter in your 11th house flowing to Venus in your third. That kind of favor connected to the third house could have collateral benefits for your neighbor, daily life, daily situations, and how you live your life. It is a lucky 3 days. You can go like the 12th to the 16th even, and just go, okay, I'm really lucky right now. I've got Cupido, passion, ardor, eros with Venus and or Jupiter. So there's a lot of intensity, a lot of life force excitement. It's just such a glow up in the sky. Let me know what happens for you guys. Is it a trip, educational opportunity, social media event? What the hell is going on? If you're in the land of social media as a content creator, this is a great uplift in your content creation success that could bring you greater financial gain and popularity and celebrity. On September, and I don't mean you just take an Instagram photo now and then. I mean, this is your business model. This is your lifeblood, right, for your career. We end up with that eclipse on September 17th, 18th, time zone dependent. It is happening in the sign of Pisces at 25 degrees. This is your 8th house of chunky money. It's pretty close to Neptune. It could eclipse your illusions and delusions and confusions about your long-range financial funding money stories. It's also wedged between Saturn, the realist, and the fantasist about retirement plans, credit card debt, bank loans, mortgages, investments in the stock market, inheritance money, and money you share with a spouse or business partner. A big full moon, eerie red light of the moon eclipse showing you what you need to see and know, not just on the 18th, 17th of September, but rather over the 6 months that follow this lunar eclipse. So the beginning of something new here. Don't forget, throughout 2025 into mid-26, the North Node expands your energy of the 8th house, and it can make you wealthier. It can make you more financially successful, especially through inheritances. And we have Saturn there, so even grandparent money coming to you through inheritances over the next year and a half. But the first eclipse includes a node in the 9th house, and it could include financial gain from somebody who is a father figure or connected to book publishing and book publishing deals, far off shores and foreign places. Do you have a great nana living in another country who could give you money? Do you have a book publishing deal that you want to seal the deal and get the royalty income? Those kinds of 9th house, 8th house overlays in this opening eclipse in Pisces, with the first eclipse in the Pisces series. On the day of and after the eclipse, at the same time, basically, we see that it is a Mercury opposite Saturn story. I told you already, we had the sun opposite Saturn. Now Mercury's just following behind. And now Mercury in your 2nd house is opposite Saturn in your 8th house. So this is an opposition, again, a tug of war of some sort. The sun started the ball rolling. Sun was on the game first time on September 6th and 7th. Mercury's following up again now. These dots may connect on 17th, 18th. So when the sun is shining a light about money, Mercury's doing the detailed follow-up work, communications and legal papers and documents, and signing on dotted lines, negotiating and speaking around things that may have to do with financial matters in both 8th and 2nd house ways. So you may be tying up loose ends on a financial document, or you might be making some kind of final purchase arrangements to sell something or buy something, but it's going to have a longer term glow up because of the new moon here around how you make money and are more financially successful. On September the 19th and 20th, the sun is trining Uranus, a happy surprise. Woo! And later on the 24th and 25th, Mercury does the same thing. They connect the dots. The dates might be important. Sun in Virgo, trining Uranus, September 19th and 20th. Well, at the same time, the sun then also is trining Pluto. I would like you to bracket the 19th of September to the 23rd of September and think grand Earth trine. It's really good for your prosperity. And this grand Earth trine is saying this is where you get all the moolah. Second house of resources, earnings, and savings. 10th house of career, reputation, and purpose opportunities. And so there's the earth, right? You get the earth energy, and Pluto in the sixth house of work, livelihood, and service, and debts. Like, so your credit card debt and money that's owed to you sometimes. And so we see a nice financial glow up from that grand trine that operates the 19th to the 23rd of the month. And some, because Mercury's involved, it can be coming through the mechanism of phone calls, text messages, and emails, and surprises Uranus and a wealth star, a surprising career opportunity that doubles your income, for example, or some kind of really intense, unexpected surprise that rocks your world around some financial money that is owed to you and it comes back to you, but from 10th house places, I don't know, work or father figures. It's hard to say. Let me know what happens. So this is a beautiful time, the 19th to the 23rd, and you feel it again, by the way. You're going to feel it again later on. We're going to get to that. If I keep chronological, though, on the 22nd of the month, Venus is squaring Pluto. You know, a few days before that, you might start to feel this tension between money, power, like a boss, or situations in work, colleague, coworker spaces. Pluto in your sixth house retrograde from your past, squaring Venus in your third house. There can be some tension regarding finances and a younger sibling, tension regarding pets and rentals and home. Now, Pluto is the god of death in the house of pets. Ceres, the grim reaperess, is here. And, close to home, like your neighborhood, is Venus. I'm not wishing this for you, but some of you may experience the loss of a pet in this window of time as well. Again, around the 22nd of September, and we'll see. Whew. But otherwise, maybe you're having tension in your neighborhood, neighbors, social media, online world, a power struggle, a love of power of love with Pluto, Venus. Don't start a new relationship under this dating wise, because this could be a dating story with Pluto in the sixth house of dating and Venus in the house of dating apps. So don't start a new dating story here. Doesn't look good. September 22nd-ish. Stay away from dating. Finally, we're going to move forward to the second big grand Earth trine in the sky that's forming. Okay, on the 24th of September to the 26th, is Mercury now trining your algal Uranus 10th house story from the second house of finances. Yay. And it's also, of course, Mercury trining Pluto in your sixth house. It's the same thing that the sun was doing. Now Mercury's just following up. Second act two, Mercury signing the details and the legal agreements on some earthy wealth trine that opens up for you. Now, it could be two separate things, but it may not be. So, but I doubt it is. It's just too close to each other. So Mercury would be signing on the dotted line for that exciting new job, signing on a new employee that's your best hire ever, finalizing details around the health matters that you need to clear up by dietary style changes, and surprising new insights into how that will affect your career. Getting all those ducks in a row, but it's positive, guys. Houses 2, 6, and 10 are Artha houses. It's increasing your money, your wealth, and your resources. End of story. And then lastly, at the end of the month, on the 29th, 30th, we see Mercury in the heart of the sun, or Mercury conjunct the sun with the south node there as well at 6 degrees of Libra. Whoa. Remember, we already had Venus touchdown on the south node. Now we have a cazimi here. Venus touchdown there on the 3rd of September. And now on the 29th, 30th, we have a cazimi, or Mercury conjunction, on the 29th. So you might have a moment here that resets you in third house matters. But because the south node is lost and letting go, Mercury is news and information. There may be a bit of news and information coming through the last day of the month to do with a younger sibling or a neighbor or an online situation. And there may be a release of something here. But at the same time, every conjunction of the sun and Mercury really shows you its true face over the week, like 6 weeks that follow. So you'll know more as the time unfolds beyond the conjunction. But because it's knocked into the south node, it's not just Mercury Sun. Because usually that is like on the day of the conjunction, Mercury Sun, some news comes through, right? You're like, oh, I got a phone call, email, text in the house of online world, social media, emails are there. But then with the south node, it's gonna be like, ooh, let go, surrender, release something. It does sextile Athena in your fifth house of children, and it may involve some strategic decisions that need to be made around one of your children during the time of the 29th, 30th of the month. So keep that in mind as well, especially if you're, and it also can be some pivotal decisions to be made around pets and rentals around the 29th, 30th of the month, with a flow to the Reaperus in the house of rental situations connected to your sixth house. Squares the Reaperus, actually, but also connects to Athena, strategic decisions in the house of children. Some Leos may make some decisions around their domicile, where you live, especially if it involves a rental, and some decisions around a connected love story that may be coming to some turning points around the time of the 29th, 30th of the month. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, I have this Patreon community, Lori Lothian, patreon.com/lunatic astrology. They're getting this content on the 22nd. You're not. If you want to get early access ad-free content on all of my videos for only $5 a month, why not? But also beyond that, if you join my Patreon community, you get a couple free courses. You get all kinds of discounts and perks on all my classes. You get all kinds of meetings with me, 3 a month. So come check me out. It depends on your tier, different benefits, but come check out Patreon, see if you want to be a part of my crew. I have a lot more time to check my emails, my messages, and get back to you. We have little chat conversations in the community chat that don't happen here. Someone's got an air blower going for you guys, Leo. I'm so sorry about that. It's annoying the hell out of me. Have a wonderful month of September. Bye-bye.